Hey y'all, it's your girl Adrienne. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, gang, what's good? Nice to see you. As always, thank you so much for spending these few moments with me. I realize you could be doing literally anything else, and I'm glad you're taking the time to be here. So today is a little different. I want to take some time and talk about something that is near and dear to my heart. And I think it's very important in this current time and current era that we're in with everything going on. And that is self-care. So I know there are a lot of things out on the internet that tell us about self-care and how we should be taking care of ourselves and what that looks like. And I just want to give you guys a different perspective because self-care doesn't always look like what social media tells us. So when it comes to self-care, there are about 6 different types. And that's, physical, obvious, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, social, and sensory, which I thought was really interesting. So I just want to talk about each one for a brief moment and give you guys a couple of tips or suggestions for those. The first being physical self-care. So making sure that you are taking care of yourself physically, whether that be, eating proper foods, making sure that you're going on walks, working out, just making sure that you're taking care of your body. So whatever that looks like for you, if that means, taking a little bit of extra time to moisturize after you take a shower or after you take a bath, or, just give yourself some love and care in every sense that you possibly can physically. Second is the emotional self-care, and that's where the real work comes in. So when it comes to emotional self-care, there are a couple different ways that you can do it. I personally love to journal. So journaling is a great way for me to get my emotions down on paper, kind of sort through them a little bit, understand what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through, and how it's affecting my mental state and the decisions that I'm making at that time. Another could be, just finding ways to get creative in different acts of mindfulness. So just taking time to, silence the world around you and really appreciate where you are, your current state, how things are going for you mentally. And then also just finding like some sort of creative outlet. So for me, it's drawing or singing. For some people, it's cooking, weaving. I have a friend that makes bracelets. Actually, Tori, you guys met her. But whatever it is you do to kind of work the other side of your brain, the not so logical, technical, do that. Find that outlet. The third was spiritual. So and that looks different for different people. So there could be spirituality, it could be your religion, but whatever you practice or whatever you do to find some sort of sense of inner self-peace. So I'll let that be what that is. Intellectual. So doing something that challenges your brain. So some things I do for intellectual self-care is just like learning something new. So like taking a foreign language class, or like downloading Duolingo and practicing my Spanish, or trying to teach myself how to code, or just different things that are going to work my brain. They're going to make me put in a little bit more effort to get those things done, and challenge me. So even like reading books, which a lot of people think about like reading for pleasure, but reading takes certain skills when it comes to like critical thinking and different aspects of, viewing things and taking in information and figuring out how to, decipher it and digest it and what that looks like. The fifth one was social. So this one was very important to me, specifically during this time. Being in quarantine or social distancing, it can be really difficult to have those connections with people. So making sure that you go out of your way to reach out to someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, or just be around the people that have also been social distancing, that give you peace and bring joy to your day. Like, those things are so important, because if not, you'll find yourself lonely, sad, depressed. I was like, is this what post-grad depression looks like? Because if so, I might not be ready for this. And that's something, you know, that you have to be conscious of. So making sure that you're getting your social battery filled, you know what I'm saying? For those of you that play Sims, we all know that, you know, our Sims have a social meter. And if that social meter isn't full, they are not happy. And the same goes for us. And the last one is just sensory. So sensory self-care, you know, maybe taking a walk outside in the grass, or aromatherapy. You know, like if you have like a plush pillow or blanket, you know, running your hands through that, or finding some ways to like stimulate one of your senses or multiple of your senses in a way that brings you an overall sense of calmness and peace. But I really wanted to talk about this because personally, I just feel like with everything going on, it has been really difficult for me to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, you know. It's been really hard and really trying, and sometimes I have to, you know, unplug from social media because it's a lot going on, and I have to make sure that I'm okay in here. That way I can be a positive light and a, you know, an asset to the world around me. Because if not, it's wraps. So I just want to encourage you guys to take some time to take care of yourself in whatever way that looks like for you. And, you know, making sure that you're constantly checking on yourself. And if you need help with that, getting in contact with someone. You know, therapy, a lot of people, you know, shun therapy. Therapy is a wonderful thing. I have a therapist. We talk every Thursday. And if you have the means, which that's an entirely different tangent and different topic that brings some strong emotions in me, but if you have the means of getting in contact with a healthcare professional, I definitely think that that is something that you should look into. And something doesn't have to be wrong to go to therapy also, guys. You know, sometimes I'm like, hey, I just need to check in. Like, hey, is this cool? Like, am I all right? You know, you go and get a physical at the doctor. Why don't you get a physical for your mind? Just a different way of thinking about it. But y'all have a great day. I love you. And if you like this video, if you like the content I'm putting out, like, subscribe, tell me what's up in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.